Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Isaiah and today I'm going to be talking about compatibility. And what I mean by that is if you are working, or if you are a student, or you are doing something that requires a group, then this is the right video for you. Because today we're going to be talking about if you are compatible with the people around you, or if those people around you are compatible with the job or a specific task that they have to do. So today that's what we're going to be talking about. So the first question is, are their personalities compatible? So when you're looking for looking for someone who's compatible with this specific task, you need to look at their personalities. So I have a picture that I would like to show you guys, and it's a case study, and it looks like this. Let me just move myself over here. Alright, so as you can see right here, we have the first case study. So we're gonna name this person Jane. So this person has a high D and a high C. So what you can infer about this person, or come to the conclusion, is that this person is very task oriented. That's their mask. On to the second one. This is in the middle. That's the one that you normally see when that person is under stress. So they have a high D again and a high C. So their personalities don't really change when they're under stress. So they're pretty consistent. And then when you go on to their public self, they pretty much have the same thing. I mean, their perception, my bad, their self-perception, they still see themselves as the same thing, a high D and C. So they know very well what they are. Now, on to the second person. We'll name this person Jacob. So this person has a low D. So they'll be most likely looking towards the Jane, who has a high D, who can make choices, really well choices. And since Jane is a DC, they are able to make calculated choices because they have the C and they're also D. Now they have a high I and a high S, which you can infer that they are a people person based on their two biggest strengths. Jacob, I mean. And now for their public self, their D is also low as well, and their I and S are still up there. If you look at it this way, they have a standard C, so it's just right below the midline. Now, if you go over to their self-perception, they see themselves the same as everyone else. So as you can see, everybody's graphs are quite similar for their self-perception, their public perception, and how they act when they're under stress. So, how would you know if these people are what's it called? If they are compatible? Well, if you look at it this way, let's say every single person here has a corporate job, and Jane is the boss, and then you have Jacob as the middleman. As you'll see, Jane is very task oriented and doesn't really have a people person side. So there's going to be a few problems, but that's not really much to worry about at the moment. Now you have Jacob, who has the people person side. Jane is not going to be too pleased that that they aren't that well. That they're probably not going to do quite a bit of work because they have the IS, and Is are known to either procrastinate or get something done at their own time with S. So there's gonna be a few few barricades that they can jump over. So that's pretty much how I would see how somebody is compatible. So let me get rid of this image because it's in the way. All right. So as I was saying, we have the. So as I was saying, we need to know how that person is compatible. On to the next. Are their values compatible? Sometimes the CEO of a company will put people first, but but their employees don't share the same values. That can be also a problem because they don't share the same values. So, when businesses are understaffed, it can be easy to rush through interview processes just because you need more people. But then there might be a problem. Their values don't line up with the rest of the team that you have built up. Unfortunately, this will eventually lead to a conflict. Values like work ethic, respect for fellow team members, and empathy directly inform how an employee works. So let's say Jane is a DI. So she has a high outgoing or will play on a leadership role. But then Jacob is an SC who is known to be reserved. Those two will not mix because one of them is reserved and the other is known to be outgoing. You see how that doesn't mix? It's like mixing water and oil. And they won't mix together. So now we have to go over to the next question. Do their motivations match? So what brings your teammates to work every day? It is what they do. The people they meet, do they believe in this cause? So let's say you're doing a project for students, and so somebody thinks of this one, and let's say they're a D, high D, and they pick a specific topic, but not everybody agrees with, then their motivations don't match. So what are we gonna do? We have to look for something they can be motivated to. If that means changing up the project that will help you guys get the job done, go ahead and do that. Because a team that synergizes well with one another is more likely to be satisfied with their workplace too. And satisfied teams are more likely to act as good ambassadors than if they weren't compatible. So if their personalities don't match, or their values don't match, or their motivations don't match, then there's quite a problem. So, what is the takeaway from this? When you are looking for people in your group, you want to make sure that they are compatible, and you'll be able to create a happy and productive team with a compatible group. So make sure that you take some of these from feel free to take some valuable tips from this video, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you.